My dad called my career filthy and cut me out of the family fortune. Then he asked me for $120,000 when my brother wrecked the family business. I manage veterinary clinics, 4 of them across the state actually. Built the whole thing from scratch after my parents refused to help pay for vet school. They said working with animals was beneath our family name. Dad wanted me in finance like my brother Austin. When I told them I'd gotten into a great veterinary program with a partial scholarship, Dad looked me dead in the eye and said he wouldn't put a single dime toward that career. So I did it alone. Student loans, night shifts at a 24-hour animal hospital, living in a basement apartment where the ceiling leaked every time it rained. I ate ramen for 2 years straight. Meanwhile, Austin got his MBA fully paid for, got handed a brand new Audi when he graduated, and walked straight into a junior partner position at Dad's investment firm. I didn't complain, I just worked. After graduation, I took a job at a struggling clinic on the edge of town. The owner was retiring and offered to sell it to me for a reasonable price. I maxed out every credit card I had and made it work. Within 2 years, I turned it profitable. Then I opened a second location, then a third. My parents never asked how I was doing, never visited. When I invited them to the grand opening of my 4th clinic last year, they said they were busy. Austin posted photos from a golf trip that same weekend. Fast forward to 3 weeks ago. My phone rings at 11 p.m. It's Dad. No hello or how are you. Just, we need to talk about something urgent. Turns out Austin had made some catastrophic decisions at the firm. Invested heavily in some tech startup that turned out to be a scam. Lost 2 of their biggest clients by being condescending in meetings. Then he signed a contract without reading it properly, and now they were facing $120,000 in penalty fees. We need your help, Dad said. The firm's going under without this money. Family helps family. I sat there in my kitchen, coffee going cold in my hand. I reminded him about the $80,000 I'd lent them 3 years ago when they had a temporary cash flow problem. Money I'd saved for months. Money they promised to pay back within a year. That was different, Dad said, voice tight. This is serious. This is the family business. I told him if he wanted my help, he could start by paying back what he already owed me. The line went silent for a long moment. Then he said, "Don't be childish about this," and hung up. I thought that was the end of it. I was wrong. The next morning, I was in the middle of a surgery consultation when my receptionist came in looking uncomfortable. "Your parents are here, and your brother. They're asking to see you. They say it's urgent." I found them in the waiting room. Dad in his expensive suit, Mom clutching her designer purse, Austin looking everywhere except at me. The waiting room had 3 other clients with their pets. They didn't care. "We need to talk," Dad said loudly. "Privately." I told them I was working, and they'd need to make an appointment. Mom's voice cracked. "Please, just hear us out. We're desperate." Austin finally spoke up. "Look, you've got 4 clinics. You're doing well. $120,000 is nothing to you. Just help us out. We're family." I stared at him. This was the same brother who'd told people at family gatherings that I worked at a pet store. The same one who'd laughed when Dad called my career choice embarrassing. "You owe us," Austin continued. "Mom and Dad raised you, fed you, put a roof over your head. This is how you pay that back." A client in the corner was recording on her phone now. I could see it in my peripheral vision. Mom tried next. "Sweetheart, please. We're family. Family helps each other in times of need. You wouldn't want to see everything your father built just collapse, would you?" I looked at my dad. Really looked at him. He wouldn't meet my eyes. "Do you remember what you called my career?" I asked quietly. "The night I told you I got into vet school?" He shifted his weight, said nothing. "You called it filthy. Said I'd be cleaning up after animals like some kind of servant. Said I'd embarrass the family name and amount to nothing." I pulled out my phone, opened my banking app, and turned the screen toward them. My business account balance sat there. $340,000 from last quarter alone. These filthy animals built this, and the answer is no.